Here's a question that's probably costing you sales right now. Are you waiting for the perfect creator to post the perfect video about your product? Because if you are, your competitor just got 40 to 50 mediocre videos while you're still reviewing one application. And here's the part that's going to sting a little. Those 40 mediocre videos are out earning your perfect video. And that's happening right now while you read this. Let's talk about why. Quick intro for anyone new here. I'm the CEO of Bullseye Sellers and the co-founder of Sellico, where we've helped thousands of brands launch and scale their e-commerce business. So everything I'm about to share isn't theory. It's what we see working across thousands of brands every single day. And today we're tackling one of the biggest tensions in TikTok shop strategy: quality versus quantity. The dream of the perfect creator versus the reality of momentum through volume. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to pick affiliates, how to protect your brand image, and how to stop being so darn picky that you strangle your own traction before it ever starts. So let's get into it. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. TikTok shop is a volume game. Full stop. The algorithm doesn't reward your one beautiful, color-graded, perfectly lit video the way you think it does, like the good old Instagram days. It rewards more creators, more videos, more variations of your product hitting more micro audiences all at once. Think about it like this. You don't actually know which video is going to pop. Nobody does. I don't. The creators don't. TikTok itself doesn't even know until it tests it. The ugly phone video shot in someone's car can outperform your $3,000 production every single time because it looks native, it looks real, and it doesn't trigger people's "this is an ad" radar. This is the thing people get wrong. They treat content like a sniper rifle, line up the one perfect shot, hold their breath, and squeeze. But TikTok rewards the shotgun. Spray volume at the wall and see what sticks, then double down on what's already sticking. So when you're agonizing over one perfect creator, you're really just placing one bet. Volume means you get to place 100 bets. And on TikTok, you don't need most of them to win. You need only a couple to hit big. And the math takes care of the rest. Really, honestly, one winner can carry 100 duds. But you only find that winner by producing the 100. Does that make sense? So now, how do you choose the right affiliates? We know quantity over quality does not mean accept literally everyone with a pulse. There's a framework here. Let me give you the 3 rules I actually use. Rule 1, open the gates wider than feels comfortable. Most brands set their follower minimums way too high. They want 50,000 follower minimums, verified accounts with a pretty feed. Meanwhile, a creator with 2,000 engaged followers can outsell a creator with 200,000 dead ones. Followers are a vanity number on TikTok Shop. Engagement and posting habits are the real signal. Lower your barrier and let volume do the work. Rule 2, filter on what actually matters and ignore the rest. There are only 3 things I care about when I'm approving an affiliate. 1, does their content style roughly fit my product category? A beauty creator for a beauty product, a gadget guy for a gadget, rough fit, not perfect fit is okay. 2, do they post consistently? And 3, is their account clean, free of anything that would genuinely embarrass my brand? And that's it. That's the whole checklist. Notice what's not on it. Production quality. I'm not auditing their lighting on their editing because I actively want the raw, native, scrappy stuff. That's what actually converts. And one more point, I do want affiliates that post at an 80% rate or higher. Rule 3, sort by behavior, not by looks. The best affiliates aren't the prettiest accounts. They're the ones who actually post. A creator who reliably ships 3 videos a week is worth 10 creators who promise you a cinematic masterpiece and then ghost you for a month. Consistency beats polish every single time because consistency is just volume in disguise. So here's the balance. Loose on quality, strict on consistency, and brand safety. That's your filter. That's how you stay open without being reckless. So how do you protect your brand image in general on TikTok Shop? This is the fear that keeps brand owners up at night. If I let all these random creators post about my products, someone's going to make my brand look bad. That's what I hear. It is a fair fear, but it's built on a misunderstanding of how this actually works. So let me dismantle it piece by piece. First, the big one that no one tells you, none of the affiliate content is going on your brand page. It lives on the creator's account. Your page, your feed, your grid, that stays curated in exactly the way you want it. So this nightmare you have of your beautiful brand profile getting flooded with shaky off-brand videos, that's just not how the mechanics work. Your house stays clean. The content lives in their house. So already 90% of the fear should be gone right there. Now for the content itself, here's how you keep it on the rails without choking your volume. Set guardrails, not handcuffs. Give every affiliate a simple 1-page brief. Here are the claims claims you cannot make. Here are the words you cannot use. Here's how the product actually works so you don't say something wrong. And then let them be creative inside these lines. You are fencing the field. You're not directing the actual play. The moment you start trying to script every video, you've killed the exact native energy that makes this stuff convert in the first place. That's what makes it TikTok Shop. So protect a few things that are genuinely brand critical, like your core claims, your pricing integrity, and anything regulated in your category. And if you're in supplements, skincare, anything health adjacent, you know exactly what I mean. Those are hard rules, non-negotiable. But everything else, the tone, the humor, the editing style, the format, let it go. That variety isn't a risk. It's a feature. 40 different creative angles is 40 different ways to find the one that hits. And here's the part that takes all the remaining pressure off. You do not have to run ads on every video. This is your real safety net, and it's the piece most people completely miss. If a creator puts out something mediocre or weird or just off, you simply don't push it. You don't put a single dollar of ad spend behind it. And without an ad dollar, that video does basically nothing organically. It maybe gets 50 to 100 organic views, and then it just dies forever. No one remembers it. No one screenshots it. It costs you nothing, and it quietly disappears into the void. Think about what that means. The bad videos aren't a liability hanging over your brand. They're non-events. They evaporate on their own. The winners, the ones that catch organically, the ones where the comments light up and the views climb on their own, those are the only ones you amplify. You let the bad ones die quietly in the dark, and you pour gasoline on the ones that are already on fire. So a bad affiliate video isn't a brand risk. It's just a test that came back negative, and the test cost you nothing. This is exactly why monitoring on the back end beats gatekeeping on the front end. You don't need to approve every video before it goes live. That bottleneck is what kills momentum. So instead, you let them all post. You watch what the audience actually responds to, and you spend money only on what's already working. Pre-approval kills momentum. Selective amplification preserves it and protects you at the same time. So let me reframe the whole mindset here. Your brand image on TikTok is not built by controlling every single video. It's built by showing up everywhere. A brand that appears across 100 creators' content reads as legitimate, trusted, everywhere you look established. A brand that's precious and absent and perfectly controlled reads as small. And because none of it touches your actual page, and because you only fund the winners, you get all that reach with none of the feed pollution risk you were so afraid of. Now, here's something nobody tells you when you're starting out. And once it clicks, it completely changes how you think about affiliate quality. So stay with me on this one, because it's the most important concept in this entire video. Affiliate quality is not something you choose. It's something you earn. Let me explain. TikTok Shop at its core is a ranking system, and your GMV, which is your total sales volume, is your rank. The higher your shop climbs in sales, the more visible you become inside the affiliate ecosystem. And the good affiliates, the ones you actually want, they're not browsing randomly. They're shopping for products to promote, and they're shopping based on what is already selling. They look at your sales volume. They look at your conversion rate. They look at your reviews, your commission, your momentum, and then they decide whether you're worth their time. So understand this, a brand new low GMV shop and a top ranked shop are not even fishing in the same pond. When you're just starting out, the big creators don't even see you. They're not snubbing you. They're not being mean. You're simply not even on their radar. You don't exist in their world at all. The affiliates who will work with you early are the smaller ones, the scrappier ones, the less polished ones, the ones still hungry, still building, still willing to take a chance on a shop nobody's ever heard of. And that is completely fine, because that is exactly who you build your first wave of momentum with. They are not a consolation prize. They are your launch crew. Here's the whole machine. As those scrappy early creators drive sales and your GMV climbs, and as your GMV climbs, your ranking climbs. And as your ranking climbs, you start appearing in front of bigger, better, higher converting affiliates who literally would not have looked at you a month ago. And now they're reaching out to you. The quality starts coming to you, but only because the volume got you there first. This is the entire reason you cannot afford to be over selective in the early days. If you sit there rejecting the only affiliates actually available to you at your current stage, holding out for talent that can't even see your shop yet, you never generate the sales that unlock that better tier. That's the catch-22. You're trying to skip a level you have not earned, and the level does not let you skip. So the rule is dead simple. At every single stage, you contend with the best you can get right now. Not the affiliates you wish you had, not the ones in your fantasy, the best ones available to a shop at your level today. And you work them hard. You drive them hard, and you drive every sale you can, and you climb. I say this all the time, and I want you to tattoo it on your brain. You will get the affiliates your TikTok shop deserves. Not the ones you want, not the ones you envy on some bigger brand's page, the ones your GMV has earned. So if you want better affiliates, and you should, the answer is never wait and be pickier. The answer is sell more and let your rank go recruit the next tier on your behalf. Your sales are your recruiter, so go feed it. So let's name the real enemy in this whole conversation: perfectionism wearing a disguise. Perfectionism dressed up as brand standards. Because being too selective actually feels responsible. It feels safe. It feels like you're protecting something valuable, but it's genuinely one of the riskiest things you can do. And here's why it's so dangerous. The cost is completely invisible. You don't see the sales you didn't make. You don't see the viral video that never got filmed because you rejected the creator. You don't see the better affiliates you never unlocked because your GMV never climbed high enough to reach them. The damage is real, but it's all in that negative space, the stuff that never happened. So it never shows up on a dashboard and you never feel the pain directly. You just quietly lose. So let me give you some gut checks to know if you've fallen into the trap. If you're spending more time reviewing affiliates than recruiting them, you're over selective. If your rejection rate is higher than your approval rate, you're over selective. If you've ever turned down a willing, consistent creator purely because their vibe wasn't premium enough for your taste, you're over selective. So here's the truth about how this compounds. The first 100 videos aren't even really about sales. They're about information. They teach the algorithm who your customer actually is. They generate the data, the reviews, social proof, and the GMV that makes the next 100 videos perform better, convert better, and pull in that next tier of affiliates. Volume is how you earn the data. Volume is how you earn the rank. Volume is also how you earn the right to be selective later. All right, now let me bring this all the way home and conclude this video because I do not want you walking away thinking quality doesn't matter at all. It does. The trick is when. So here's the real model, and I want you to remember this one line: quantity for discovery, quality for scaling. In the discovery phase, you flood the zone. Cheap, fast, native, lots of it, lots of creators, lots of angles. You're not trying to make art. You're trying to gather information to find out what actually resonates. Which hook lands, which creators click, which angle converts. Then, the moment something starts hitting, that's where your quality starts coming in. That's where you invest. That's where you double down on what works. You take the proven winner and pour budget behind it. You make the better, sharper, higher production version of the thing that has already demonstrated it works. You scale what's validated instead of gambling on what's pretty. Because think about the two failure modes here. Quality without volume is just an expensive guess. You bet big on one thing and you pray. And volume without any quality control downstream is just noise. You make 1,000 videos and never amplify the winners. But volume first to discover, then quality second to scale the winners, that's not a guess. It's not noise either. That's a machine. That's a repeatable compounding system that gets better every single cycle. All right, final recap for this playbook. Open your affiliate gates wide. Filter on consistency and brand safety, not on polish. Protect your few real non-negotiables with guardrails, not handcuffs. Remember that none of this lives in your brand page, so your house stays clean. Let the bad videos die organically by simply not funding them. They go 50 views and they're gone. And stop holding out for affiliates your shop hasn't even earned yet. Because at the end of the day, here's the only line you really need to remember: you will get the affiliates your TikTok shop deserves. So go earn better ones. Flood the zone, drive the sales, climb the rank, and watch the quality come to you. If this helped you, do me a favor and hit subscribe. We drop strategy exactly like this every single week for brand scaling on TikTok Shop. And drop a comment with your biggest affiliate headache right now. I do read them, and I might just turn yours into the next video. I'll see you on the next one.